Forward early.
Good knee by Adesanya, but good counter.
Israel Adesanya is a superstar in the world of MMA right now, but people tend to forget that he had 3 times as many fights in the ring as in the cage.
Another head kick. Arsenal in this
Today we will fill this gap and show how the Last Stylebender made a name for himself in kickboxing, generated highlight reel moments, and suffered his first and only knockout loss. The Adesanya family moved to New Zealand from Nigeria when Izzy was 10 years old. The kid didn't get along with his peers at school and gravitated towards dancing and anime. At the age of 18, he first saw the movie Ong Bak, a story about a young Thai boxing master. The teenager was deeply impressed and soon started practicing the art of 8 limbs in a gym near his home. Israel performed at local events in New Zealand for a while. Many spectators noted the freewheeling style of the lanky striker with heavy hands. Even back then, his knack for knockouts was obvious. Simultaneously, Adesanya tried to launch a career in MMA, taking an amateur bout. The complete lack of wrestling skills spoiled his debut in the new discipline. By 2010, the inexperienced prospect moved to City Kickboxing Gym and began training under Eugene Behrman's tutelage. Come May, he put on the big gloves once again to face the Oceania champion, Tim Antonio. Antonio was undefeated with 7 wins and 1 draw. Izzy caught him just 30 seconds into the contest. In the second round, the Nigerian native chopped his man down with a low kick.
Credit to him. Slapping around kick as well.
And then impressively dropped him again in the third.
And he is, Michael Vukovic was right, he is so awkward. Another massive head kick.
The opponent withstood the punishment and kept moving forward, but eventually lost by decision. The youngster continued competing against the top dogs in the country and dominating them with ease. Hands by the waist. Muhammad Ali shuffle with attacks from different angles.
Yeah, look at the speed there. Unbelievable.
Excellent distance management and sharp knees as well as kicks were Israel's hallmarks even at this stage. He won several regional titles, the most prestigious of which were the New Zealand Championship in 2 weight classes and the WBC Oceania Championship. Stylebender fought regularly both as an amateur and as a pro. Despite the success, he was still perceived as a big fish in a small pond. To shatter this stereotype, in September 2013, the blossoming talent quit his job and flew to China. For the local-based organizations, Adesanya was the perfect candidate, a tall, memorable guy with an unblemished record. They wanted to build Chinese stars off of him. Izzy lived in a dorm with 70 other athletes, performing every other week, convincingly beating local masters of kickboxing and wushu sanda.
Been around the fight game a long time. He's gone down, and I don't know if he's going to be...
In less than a year, the up-and-comer improved his record to 32-0. Such accomplishments granted him an invitation to a major promotion, Glory, the biggest kickboxing organization. He became the first New Zealand representative in the promotion's history.
Adesanya!
The debut was scheduled for April. On the other side stood Philip Verlinden from Belgium, with a record of 41 wins and 11 losses. Verlinden took off great, mixing low kicks with headshots.
Philippe is relentless.
Under 10 seconds left in the second round. Another very close.
Stylebender tried to seize the initiative in the second, but Philip stuck to his game plan, brought middle kicks into play, and completely bewildered Izzy.
Seconds left in the second round.
As a result, Adesanya landed only 28% of strikes thrown and lost all the rounds. 4 months later, he entered the King of the Ring 8-man elimination tournament. The winner must win 3 bouts in one night. Israel performed at the 190-pound limit. The first rival was Slava Alekseychik, a fellow countryman with Russian roots and a multiple-time national champion. Stylebender opened with a question mark kick
Adesanya, high left kick.
and launched a knee.
Well, Adesanya, I have to say that probably should have been called a knockdown.
His punching speed increased noticeably,
To cover up so you can't see where the knee's coming from. Dicky jab there. And
while the footwork and constant stance switching confused the adversary.
Adesanya, Alekseychik, he looks
The Russian fired back once in a while,
counter right hand there. The first time we've seen Adesanya.
yet after the break, got his bell rung with a question mark kick nonetheless.
Yellow short slabber, Alekseychik. Adesanya coming up.
Izzy spent the rest of the round demonstrating defensive skills. And high-low combos.
Needs to set up with the hands. Once again, bit of showboat in here. Step up with that knee. Alekseychik, he's defeated. Great body shots. Another right hand there. His handiwork very crisp. And again, Adesanya has come up from light heavy.
As a result, he took the victory by decision. In the semifinal, Adesanya faced Patia Foa, an 8-time New Zealand champion. Halfway to the first frame, the Nigerian native started feeling at home.
Right hand and some showboating.
A signature question mark kick flattened Afoa in the center of the ring.
Neck, boom, right on the jaw.
Unfortunately, Patti got back up and the referee allowed him to continue, which was clearly misguided.
The referee should not have allowed that to continue.
For me, it sucks because, I mean, it's part of it, you know, but when you come in here, you just have to do work, you know?
In the finale, Stylebender stood across Jamie Eads. He had previously faced Israel twice as an amateur and even managed to win by split decision. But this clash lasted less than a minute. Another Muhammad Ali shuffle and a crippling knee to the body for the finish.
And then a lethal left knee.
The next King in the Ring tournament was supposed to take place 8 months later. Adesanya squeezed another bout in between against an accomplished Thai boxer, Kim Loudon. Izzy took on the role of a counterpuncher. Prior to dampening the foe's spirits. From that moment on, he was in the driver's seat. Taking no time to rest. He continued to chip away in the second round. Stylebender intentionally took a couple blows before forcing the referee to open the count to a roar of the crowd. The action was resumed, although a few seconds in, it became clear there was no need to go on. In pursuit of a new challenge, Israel showed up at the Super 8 one-day boxing tournament. He defeated 3 contenders in a row, including former WBO world title challenger Brian Minto.
Badly hit, and there it is, the coup de grace.
The 25-year-old Adesanya became the first to conquer both King in the Ring and the Super 8. But a proper celebration had to wait. There were only 2 weeks left until the 2015 King in the Ring event. In the quarterfinal, the Nigerian met an old acquaintance, Kim Loudon.
And we are underway.
Same story. Hands low, impeccable distance control,
Fourth round of a brutal fight. Heavy right hand off the uppercut. Goes to
low kick to a question mark kick stunt.
so easy. That one came off the shoulder. Left hook, Adesanya. Another heavy right hand. He does things that so many people can't.
By the end of the first round, the Australian's face expressed zero desire to see the enemies anymore.
That's the first round. Adesanya
After the intermission, the fear took over, and Loudon became a slowly walking target.
Adesanya, just beautiful work. Loudon, how tough is he? How tough is he? And he goes down.
The referee stopped the one-sided beatdown.
Referee must be looking closely here. The Raven Conway comes in. Adesanya.
In the semis, Izzy faced a Brit, Mark Timms. From the jump, he began switching stances.
To make people miss, and that's the third heavy.
Smacked the Englishman with a spinning back kick.
Looking at, there's a spinning kick.
And closed the opening frame with a tricky combination.
Mark Timms is a great fighter. Been rocked.
Slipping on a hook kick, Stylebender kept composure. And soon closed the show.
Adesanya deflecting the kicks well. Beautiful lead right hand. Will Timms get up from that?
When the battle was over, the fighters squashed their beef.
Step up.
Waiting in the finale was the unfortunate Patia Fowa, whom Israel had already starched a year prior. On this occasion, the poor fella couldn't last a minute.
Right hand off the shoulder. Another head kick there from Adesanya. Big shots from Adesanya, and the referee has stopped it.
A sidestepping high kick found the home and brought Adesanya his second King in the Ring title.
Final one to the head. Right, Cowley.
The rising star had no plans of slowing down and decided to leave a mark in history as the only three-time tournament winner, now at the 220-pound division.
And we're
In the first match, Stylebender was elusive.
misses with the spinning back kick. Once again.
And once again proved true to his nickname, forming a violent tornado right in the ring.
Saw it early. And that is a highlight kick. What's known as a spinning round kick. Inside the first 20 seconds. Many people would go an entire career wanting
This bout was so lopsided that the opponent's corner waved it off in the third round.
to see that.
The semifinal was one-way traffic to an even greater extent.
Here's a left hook from Adesanya. Rollins has been chinned.
Izzy scored a clean knockout with an unorthodox shovel uppercut. The old nemesis Jamie Eads was waiting in the finale. The city kickboxing representative started investing into body shots right away,
Adesanya deflecting the kicks well. Beautiful lead right hand.
then fired to the head.
Another head kick there from
The counterpart survived until the final bell, losing decisively on the scorecards. 3 tournaments, 2 weight classes, 1 king. Israel perfectly summed up his warpath in one of the toughest competitions in New Zealand. The following week, Adesanya was once again victorious at the Boxing Super 8. Izzy managed to finish 2015 with a unique achievement, winning 2 one-day tournaments in different sports in just 4 days. Within a single calendar year, he performed 15 times in total under the rules of boxing, kickboxing, and MMA. And his hand was raised every time. Stylebender's next 6 contests took place in China. The first victim was Carl Ndiaye, an experienced and powerful Thai boxer with a record of 65-23. Fans expected a back-and-forth affair, but it ended at the very last second of the opening round. Bending in half from a liver shot, Carl also ran into a knee. Izzy was so adored by the public that he got the moniker the Black Dragon and often performed under the Chinese flag. That was the case for the next confrontation against the Brazilian Alex Pereira, the champion of the South American WGP promotion. The duel turned out to be very close.
被拉的拳法和腿法都很少命中啊，黑龙还了一个转身后摆。
Adesanya kept his distance, waiting for the opportunity.
也精准度和速度都不错。 但是力量可能欠。
However, judges in kickboxing often place emphasis on bursts of aggression.
这个拳头很重。
Recognizing the gap in technical ability, Pereira marched forward, throwing with bad intentions and landing hard on several occasions.
又一下。哦，黑龙吃了一个后手。
The controversial decision was in favor of the Brazilian, and Stylebender suffered the first loss in 2 years.
29一致判定佩雷拉。
Subsequent to the setback, Izzy fought 5 times in just 3 months. The second encounter with Philip Verlinden deserves a special mention. Despite being long in the tooth, the Belgian was still considered elite. Adesanya expertly commanded the pace and the range, outpointing the veteran and getting the nod by decision.
就是重新的一雪前雪。
The Black Dragon!
2 more victories followed.
黑龙把对手堵在角落，3位裁判给出了。
Israel's last appearance in China took place in October 2016 against the Romanian Bogdan Stoica with a resume of 47-9. Stylebender bombarded his opponent with snappy kicks.
两位上来之后呢，试探的这个尺寸，对，相当于冠军 WAKO Pro International
Precise punches.
真的是像。那么黑龙呢，相对压力会比较大。哦，漂亮！
And even showed off a rare capoeira move, ao batido.
这个战绩的。非常漂亮一动作。
A debilitating liver shot became the nail in the coffin.
黑龙就是该强硬的时候我强硬，该这个移动的时候我移动。哇，抓到以后，黑龙出来了。我看黑龙就是该强硬的时候我强硬，该这个。
Are you ready for glory?
News broke before the fight that Izzy was set to return to glory. Adesanya accepted an offer to participate in a one-day tournament with 3 other middleweights. The winner would earn a crack at the title. The event happened 3 weeks later. Israel's counterpart in the semifinal was Robert Thomas. The 23-year-old Canadian was 8-4 and succumbed only to high-class opposition.
In the middleweight contender.
The Nigerian connected with a lead leg high kick right away.
Thomas in the black gloves and Israel Adesanya in the white gloves.
And took control of the distance. He peppered the rival with question mark kicks.
Unorthodox. Can't give him space or time.
And got hit to the head just 13 times, an outstanding stat at this level of competition.
Altitude should not affect him. Just combination from
Early in the second round, Thomas took a teep to the gut,
to move on to the finals. A big push kick from
followed by a knee to the rib cage.
he gets out of range. Dead knee landed.
Robert stood up and continued to eat flurries.
Right there.
At the close, Stylebender unleashed a side kick
Thomas pinned him.
and a patented question mark kick.
Everything from the arsenal in this first round. And what a shot! Rob Thomas is down! And stamped his position in the final. And then again in round 3, he was able to land a beautifully close-range left high kick.
In the finale, Israel faced Yusri Bulgari, 2.5 months since their previous showdown in China. Adesanya led the dance.
In a tournament final.
Bulgari had some success on the counter, thanks to long reach.
Both of these guys like, that's a sweep.
Izzy was forced to pull out the ace,
Round number 1, high kick from Adesanya.
and things took a turn for the better. Yet getting one of the top kickboxers to crumble wasn't that easy.
Right hand, all fighters throwing punches and bunches. Bulgari from 57 landed 25.
Bulgari kept throwing more volume,
Changing levels with that left kick. I think he needs that after he slipped.
Such a fast pace drained his gas tank, and Stylebender capitalized on it in the third portion of the bout.
Just misses with a kick. 2 warriors delivering shots. Under here.
The scrap was a close one, and the judges were split. In the end, 2 of them sided with Israel.
Adesanya!
And he went on to challenge for the belt opposite Jason Wilness, who had defeated Alex Pereira twice and was on a 4-fight win streak. They squared off in January 2017. Israel produced one of the most spectacular performances. His versatility was on full display. A spinning kick to the body,
Let's go the full 5 rounds. Who do you get?
middle kick,
This as well. Body kick.
flurries of punches.
Nothing special. He's never.
A question mark kick ensued by a scissor kick.
A constant low kick.
And scissor kick.
Another Albatidu.
Adesanya, but good counter.
And a plethora of knees.
Like the way that
Constantly pushing the pace.
nice body kick.
Wilness chose a more simplistic approach,
This was waiting for it.
marching forward with low kicks and boxing combinations.
Offense from Israel Adesanya.
Jason took away the space from the rangier opponent, damaged Izzy's leg, making life much easier for himself in the subsequent rounds.
The outside cut.
The left hand connects and Adesanya.
Despite equal striking stats, Wilness's connection seemed more powerful. This made an impression on the judges, who awarded the victory to the champion, leaving the city kickboxing standout beltless. A month and a half later, Israel appeared in the ring for the last time. At that point, the lanky phenom had already gained notoriety in the MMA world, and mixed martial arts became a priority. Still, Izzy could not turn down a rematch with Alex Pereira. Chinese investors set up a Brazil versus China fighting event. The Last Stylebender was brought in to represent the Celestial Empire. After a back-and-forth first round, Adesanya upped the tempo. He delivered an array of punches and wobbled the Brazilian. Then caused a standing knockdown, but failed to drop the opponent. All signs pointed to Stylebender getting the job done in the third when things turned upside down. Pereira's short left hook switched Israel's lights off, the first and only knockout loss in his entire career.
And I got knocked out, my first and only ever knockout loss, and then my only back-to-back loss as well. So for me, it was a lot of learning. But I'm glad it happened because I wouldn't be here where it was.
After that, Adesanya focused on MMA exclusively, and in just a few years became the best middleweight in the world. Pereira claimed the glory belt at 187 pounds and defended it 5 times. Then captured the light heavyweight title.
No, his nose is already.
He made no secret of the desire to get his nemesis once again and prove superiority regardless of the rule set. Their third meeting will go down on November 12th. Now the whole MMA world will be watching.
Arsenal in this one.
Another head kick. Off the shoulder. Another head kick there from Adesanya, deflecting the kicks off. Beautiful leg right hand.
We will continue to keep an eye on fighters' careers and certainly share that info with you. If you liked the video, push the like button, subscribe to our channel, and vote for sport.